Hi there and welcome to Four-Out-Man Koi. Today's date is the 2nd September, 2 days into spring, and we've got a beautiful day here today. I'm at my father-in-law's house, Angelo. He's in the background there staring at me at present, and he'll say hi to you, give you a wave. To all the viewers out there, thanks for tuning in. I'll spin the camera around shortly. On today's video I'm going to be cranking up the 2 breeding ponds for the summer, and just popping some fish in there just to get the bacteria started. And I'm also going to be going through some fish as well. So at present I'm just filling up. I'm taking water from the main pond. It's then pumping water from the main pond into the just the small grown ponds what I've got set up for this upcoming breeding season. I'm just going to be scooping some fish out shortly from last year's spawn and 2 years ago, just to sort through them, and then I'll put a couple in these 2 ponds here just to get the bacteria started for the breeding season. These are going to be used for putting my baby fry just for several months, so I'm just getting used to bacteria. As you can see, there's drums everywhere. I'm going to be popping them in there, and then I'll give you a closer look in there as well. You can't see the fish at present, they are at the bottom. And zoom in, the sun's right over the pond, so it's pretty hard to see. But yeah, this is my father-in-law Angelo. Say hi, Angelo. He's busy.
Hi, Paul.
He's busy helping me with clean the filters. This is my little pond what I've got at his house, and he quite enjoys emptying the filters and topping up the water, and also watering his garden. So I'll get back to you shortly once I've topped up all the ponds and I'm about to scoop the fish out. So I've turned the pump off now and the air, so I get a bit of a better look of them. The sun is out on the pond, but you can see there for 2-year-olds there's some pretty good growth on them. I'll scoop some out in a second, but water's a bit more stiller now, but the sun is still shining on the top of the pond, so it's pretty hard to see. Sanke, anyway, 2 years old. Quite nice pattern, quite nice skin. Not very big though, probably about just over 30 cm, 2 years old. Not too bad. Another Sanke, 2 years old, which is quite nice pattern. And the other 2 little ones they're from the Doitsu Showa line. Yeah, the Sanke is not too bad, about 35, 38 cm. The other one, the Doits, are quite small. They're very slow growing, the Doits, but when they do develop, they're quite nice. I'll pop these in the tab. Another from last year's spawn, Doitsu scaled, not too bad at all. See how it develops over the summer. Now nice sumi, nicely placed, a little bit speckled in the middle. It's always hard with Doitsu because they get a little peppery speckle in the middle, which you want more of a defined line. But progress. Tea time, smoke hole break. So I sat here, father-in-law's just made me a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, nice cup of tea, Paul.
So
Just do a good job.
yeah, good job. So I'm slowly just sorting through the fish. I'll spin you around shortly after his tea break and let you know a few of the ones what I've sorted out, just to put in the small grown ponds. Back shortly. So here we've got a few some nice Doits which need to be put into a bigger pond now, just to get some size on over the summer. Some of the keepers there, I'm gonna take that one home. Watch how that one grows. That's probably the biggest, and that's a leather as well, leather shower, which is in Australia it's hard to come by. We've also got a nice one there developing as well. Bit of maybe a tan show spot developing, but we'll see how it grows. There's some smaller ones there which I'll probably get rid of. but some of them are coming, developing quite nicely. I'll stop the video there. It's a bit bigger, but yeah, that's a quite nice one, that one. And this one here as well, this is a scale, I think. You know, that's a Doitsu as well. That's a Doitsu. That's quite nice as well. Nice tancho spot, see how it develops. Sumi still got to develop. I'll get back to shortly. Kohakus in the bowl here. You have to excuse the glare and the dirty water. Couple of nice little leathers here. Not the best pattern, but see how it develops. This one here, that's a scaled one. The big one here, that's a leather as well, I think. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, that's a leather as well, which is quite nice. And then the other big one with a pattern, that's a scaled. But patterns aren't too bad. I'll pop them in my pond at home and see how they develop. Back shortly. Nice Kohaku. I'm going to pop these into one of the grown ponds and see how they develop over the summer. Not too bad. That one there is quite nice and leather, which is pretty hard to find in Australia. And this one here, that's a scaled, and we've got a scaled as well. So we've got 3 Kohakus, and I'll pop them in this pond here. Nearly finished going through them now. These are ones I'm going to pop back in the pond, and I'll just check these out in a few months' time, see how they're developing. But I'll leave them here in my father-in-law's big pond. He's looked after them, and he's kept them fed and put some size on them, so I'll leave them here for a little bit longer. Some are quite nice. I mean, they've got nice white. The he's quite good, and the sumi's not too bad on some of them. But I'll put back in the pond now. Okay, I'll see if I can show you this one. I'll try and scoop one out, just show the quality of the skin. Pretty hard with one hand, but see how we go. As you can see, the white, beautiful white, nice sumi, nice he. Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too bad. About 38 cm for 2 years. So we'll see how it develops. We'll put it back in the pond. Get back to you shortly. Okay, so these are the ones I've got in a 2,500 litre pond. There's approximately, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 in there. And I'll leave them now over the summer, see how they develop. Some nice ones there, just to get a bit of size of them. So 2,500 litres. There's probably, they're roughly, I would say they're roughly 15 to maybe 20 cm. And there's 5 in there. I'll take you around to the other pond with some of the grow-on keepers. Excuse me, I'll just go around all these obstacles. Filters are working well. Sieve filters. They then, the small box filter there. So it's a sieve with a hole in the bottom. Then there's a 50mm pipe goes to approximately 100mm from the bottom of this box here. So the water comes in there, filters it via the sieve, then the fresh water runs down to the bottom. These are filled with commercial fishing net, which I believe when they're in the original form, that's how they make matting, koi fish matting, with thousands of shredded pieces of fishing net. But I could be wrong, that's only what I've heard through the grapevine. But these both here are 300 litres, and they're packed with matting. As you know, look inside. As you can see, they're packed with matting, and then in the middle there, the 50mm pipe runs to the bottom, clean water after it's been filtered, and then returns to the pond via the 50mm pipe. So in this pond here, let's see how many I've got in here. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 in here, which see how they develop over the summer. I'll just let them get acclimatized to the pond, and then we'll leave it there so then give them a bit of food. These are a little bit smaller. These are about probably 15 to 16 cm, about 15, 16 cm. But some nice ones, just see how they develop. Right, now comes the hard part, clean all the mess up. I've been here for just over an hour and a half. I've had a bit of a tea break, sit down, did a bit of a chat with my father-in-law, Angelo, and now I'm going to clear all the mess up. You can just see in the background there, potting around. He's doing his garden. I'll show you the rear of his property. He's got a massive property and it'd be great to put loads of pond, but just the access is pretty hard. I'll just show you the back of his property now. Like I say, it's a huge property, but he used to have loads of allotments here, loads of vegetables, but now he's just cleared it all out. He's probably getting too old now just to look after all the garden, and that's why I thought it'd be great getting the fish. But as you can see, it's a huge garden. I think it's about 900 square meters, and it's got rear access as well, a rear access lane, but it's pretty hard. But you can see the view here. It's quite a big property, big block. See fish ponds everywhere. So now I'll get back to you shortly. I'm here. I'll just give the first chamber a good flush, and then just clean out the bristles as well. There's a bit of built up dirt in there, but I'll shake them all off, and I'll give them a big drain. Back with you. As you can see, the first chamber is pretty dirty. So all I've done is I've just put a 90 onto the outlet into the next filter chamber, and then just an up pipe, which allows me to clean this filter box only, which is usually what gathers all the crap. It hasn't been cleaned out all winter, so I'll give it a good clean now. I'll clean it all in the pond water, not to remove any bacteria. Like I said, it's pretty dirty. You can see it's slowly cleaning. I've taken all the bristles out to give them a good clean in fresh water from the pond, just not to kill the bacteria. And at the bottom there I've got some which I find is just hang it on the support bar, the Mountain Tree, the Lotus Mountain Tree, which I find is pretty effective. I've only got like 12 at the bottom, so yeah. And then I just into the pump, and then into his garden. I get back to do with the brush is just get a little hand brush, and then just scrub from the pond water, clean the sides, and just scrub off the Mountain Tree, leaving the bacteria in the centre. Just get all the solids. But yeah, this is all I do. I don't like cleaning them too much, killing too much bacteria. That's all I do really. And just turn that off, otherwise it'll overflow. Usually, I don't usually clean the second chamber. It's usually the first chamber which collects all the dirt. So I like to give this a clean out, but obviously I haven't been pretty busy, and I haven't cleaned out all winter. So it's ready for a good spring clean for the spring and for the summer. This way, yeah, just give it a quick scrub and it does the job. Slowly getting there. I've cleaned all the Mountain Tree Lotus media out. As you can see, I just hang it from the support bars for the filter box there. So I just dip it in a bit of pond water, and that's all you really need really. That's been in there for over a year. As you can see, it practically looks brand new. Highly recommend it. I'll speak shortly when I've cleaned all the brushes out. So with the filter brushes, I've just put them in the 400 litre tank, just give it a bit of a soak. This is pond water from the pond here, so there's no chance of any loss of bacteria. I'll just give them a real good clean, shake them off, and then I'll be back shortly when I've got them inside the first filter chamber. Okay, so all cleaned, and just let the tub fill up first of all, the first tub. But as you can see down there, that's where the where it runs in. So once the water rides in this one, it will go into the next chamber, and so on, and then back into the pond. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfectly clean, just enough to get all the solids and all the crap and gunk from the bottom of the pond out of the way. As you can see now, it's pretty clear, the water coming from the bottom, clean. Some people put it in weekly. It's pretty expensive over here, so I tend to just put couple of scoops in every time I do a massive clean. So here I am now, I'm back at home, just with the ones I've brought from my father-in-law's. I'm just going to pop in my pond at home, just so I can keep a bit more of an eye on them, see how they're growing, and then if I need to move on, it's pretty easy access. And a bit smaller pond, it's only 2,600, but it should be ample for the next month or so to see how they grow on. I'll pop them in the main pond now. I'll just bear with me, do it with one hand. So in the pond now, just slowly add a bit of water, just to so they get used to the new water, new conditions. It's all about the same pH and the same degree. As you can see there, there's some beauties in there. It'd be good to see how they turn out, especially the big one there. Fish are all nice and happy now in the new home. And we'll give it let them stay in there for a month, see how they go. Good to get a bit of the pictures through the glass window. They seem quite happy in there, they've settled in okay, they've been in there now a few hours. So please don't forget to thumbs up and like, and also please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.